What is good, YouTube, and welcome back to a brand new video. We are back with another offseason rebuild as Game 7 of the Eastern Conference Finals just wrapped up. The Miami Heat came up short, so today we're going to be doing a Miami Heat offseason rebuild. Before we get into today's video, guys, if you could drop a like and, of course, subscribe if you're new around here, that would be greatly appreciated. Real quickly, comment down who you think is going to win the finals and how many games. I want to go Celtics in 7. I'm rooting for the Celtics this year. I want to see Jason Tatum, Jaylen Brown, Mark Smart get a ring, Al Horford, all of them want to see them get a ring. The Warriors have been here and done this many times, so I'm rooting for the Celtics, although I wouldn't mind if the Warriors won. I do like how the Warriors play, but regardless, I'm rooting for the Celtics. But let's talk about the Miami Heat for a second. So obviously, Game 7 definitely felt like it was always in the hands of Boston. They definitely felt like they had the upper hand in that game, but Miami did make it close to the very end. Of course, Jimmy Butler shoots the three instead of attacking the basket there. Which Boston almost choked this in like the last 2 minutes, which was kind of crazy. But like I said, Jimmy Butler got a chance to definitely go to the basket, potentially get an and one or tie it up. He takes a three, and you know, honestly, he was shooting decently from three in the playoffs. He's been shooting a little bit more in the playoffs. I don't know what his exact percentage it is, but I feel like every time I've seen him shoot some threes, he gets them to go in most of the time. But I don't know the exact percentages, like I said. So, I mean, I guess I don't mind the shot, but I just think in that scenario, you definitely should have attacked the basket, especially if you're Jimmy Butler against Al Horford there. But with this being said, the Miami Heat come up short in one game to get to the NBA Finals. I know Pat Riley and the Miami Heat love to be aggressive, so I think we are going to be aggressive this offseason. Jimmy Butler's not getting any younger. You have him on a contract for quite some time, so why not get another guy here to help him out? And Tyler Herro is an asset that seems like he could be coveted around the league somewhere. So we're going to try to make a trade. Now, I don't know who it's going to be for just yet, but we are going to be making a trade. Shout out to the Miami Heat, though. Good season, obviously. They literally were so close to getting to the finals. They had some guys, undrafted guys, step up, like Max Strus, Gabe Vincent. So shout out to them. And it definitely sucks to come up short here, but Boston was just the better team, unfortunately, for Game 7. They seemed like I said, I think Boston had more of a hand in that game than the Miami Heat did. Boston felt like they had the game the whole time. It's just it got close towards the end and in the fourth quarter, and then of course in the last 2 minutes got really close. But regardless, enough talking about Game 7. We all know what happened. It's time to get better this offseason. So let's take a look at what our draft assets look like. We have a first-round pick, which is nice, 27th overall. We have Tyler Herro, you have Kyle Lowry, and you have Duncan Robinson. That's obviously all of our assets. That's it. So I mean, might be some other guys that we can kind of look at. I don't know if there's some player options we're waiting on. You got like Cody Martin, Max Strus. If there's any player options, I'm gonna need them. But Gabe Vincent, I guess, has one. Omer, I guess, could be an interesting player option to have. And then obviously Udonis Haslem as well, which will probably re-sign him because I feel like Miami Heat wouldn't. Miami Heat culture probably wouldn't love me if I didn't re-sign him. So then they got PJ Tucker. So yeah, I think the only good player that we have that might be a coveted asset is like Omer here. So we'll probably accept this option real quick because, like I kind of mentioned, we're gonna get aggressive this offseason. There's two guys that come to mind immediately for the Miami Heat to go out and try to get. And that obviously being Donovan Mitchell and Bradley Beal. And I did a poll for Game 6 when I said I thought the Miami Heat would lose Game 6. They did not. They obviously, you know, forced to Game 7, but they still did lose. I think I'm trying to fix the contract here, and I totally didn't do it. So basically how you do this, because 2K, in real life, you're able to accept options before the draft. So I don't understand why you can't do it. I don't know why they don't put like player options before the draft. I wish they did. But back to what I was saying. So I did a poll before the draft, and I asked what the Miami should do: keep Tyler Herro or make a trade. And you guys voted for making a trade. So that was between Mitchell and Bradley Beal on the Washington Wizards. And of course, either one of them I think would definitely be very helpful to this Heat roster. But with Mitchell being younger, he's probably the guy I want a little bit more. Obviously, it's been kind of a rumor as well that Miami would love Donovan Mitchell, and they're a huge landing spot for him. So of course, we are going to try to pull off a trade for Donovan Mitchell to see if we can make it happen. First and foremost, we have to kind of see if this is even going to be possible. So let's go take a look at the Jazz, and they're buying, and it doesn't say Mitchell is like untouchable, but usually in a buying stage it's a little bit tougher. If they were like rebuilding or selling, it'd be a lot easier to get Mitchell here. So it'd be like Donovan Mitchell, obviously. Tyler Herro would have to be in the trade. He would be, you know, the centerpiece of the trade, I guess you can say. Duncan Robinson's money has to be in the trade, unfortunately, as well. And then again, this is kind of why I took Omer's contract here. So Yeah, I mean, making this trade probably is going to be very easy. I don't know how many picks the Miami Heat can trade, but it might take every pick you can trade, and they don't agree to that. And I can't offer 2024, about 2026, and they don't agree to that. So getting Donovan Mitchell, not going to be so easy. I mean, Mitchell would have been the dream scenario, unless if I were to like trade override this, obviously. I'm not getting Donovan Mitchell unless if something changes this offseason. So maybe we try for Bradley Beal instead. You guys did vote for me to trade for Donovan Mitchell, and I did try. But without more first-round picks or just more young assets, I don't know if we're going to be able to. But we'll come back to it. So I guess we'll just jump into this draft at pick number 27 and just see what we can get. So at pick number 27, Dyson Daniel still being on the board is a crime, honestly. Keon Ellis, Christian Braun. I'm going to take someone who might actually be here. And I'm not a draft expert whatsoever. So you have Jalen Williams. You have Usman Deng here. I guess I'll go ahead and take like... again, I'd rather have just traded. But I guess I'll take Marjan here at number 27 and be happy with that. And hopefully that gets us Mitchell or Bradley Beal. Because I don't think either of them is going to stay on the team. Or regardless of who he would have taken at 27, they wouldn't have stayed on the team. So welcome to the team. PJ Tucker accepts. Gabe Vincent, we're going to accept, of course, as well. And then qualifying offers, you got none. And then did Bradley Beal accept his option, or is he out here? So, again, they're both on the table now. So, Bradley Beal and Mitchell are still an option. So, I'm going to try it again and see if I can get one or the other. So, the Wizards are also buying. So, it might be tough to get either one. But I'm going to try with some of the guys back under contract. So, I guess if you have to throw Gabe Vincent in this trade to make it work, then we're going to have to do it. I do want Mitchell over Beal, though, to be honest with you. So, again, it'll be Tyler Herro, Duncan Robinson. Again, we're just trying, once again. So, we'll have we'll have Marjan in here, so that might change the trade up a little bit for them. And then we'll have Omer. So, all four of these for Mitchell, they don't agree. I'll offer 2025 and then 2026. But, of course, you can't trade back-to-back picks. Let's just pretend this is, like, picks in the future. So, all this for Mitchell, they do not agree. So, Mitchell is not gettable, man. Unless if I were trade overriding, it's not going to happen. Unless if I threw Gabe or if I threw Max Strus in the trade as well. But then again, I don't know if you really give all that much up for Mitchell. So instead of doing that, okay, you know what? Actually, I'm going to try it. Why not? Let's try it. So 2025, and then it was, what did I have? Omer here, and then, oh wait, Gabe Vincent, or then I'll have to have Mitchell in the trade, obviously. So I guess you trade one or the other. It'd be Gabe Vincent for me. Let's see if they would agree to that. Yeah, it's still not going to happen. Unless, like I said, yeah, I mean, at that point, you're trading like 5 players. I can't do it. I don't know. Let's go to Bradley Beal. Let's see if it's a little bit easier to get Beal. It may not be any easier. So we need $6 more million in this trade. Oh, gosh. I didn't know Beal made way more than Mitchell, I guess. Okay, $37 million. We need to match. Wow. Do we have to throw PJ Tucker in this trade to make this work? That's kind of unfortunate, but I'm willing to do that, to be honest with you, to get Beal. So 2025. And they agree. So just like that, instead of getting Donovan Mitchell, we trade Tyler Herro, Duncan Robinson, Marjan, Tucker in a first for Bradley Beal. Didn't love throwing Tucker in the trade, but I mean, he's going to get worse this offseason anyway, so I guess it's not that big of a deal. But we have Bradley Beal now. Again, I wanted Mitchell, but I will take Bradley Beal as well here in Miami. So one thing I do want to say as well, if Bradley Beal did come to Miami, I think it would be in a sign-in trade. So obviously, contract-wise, it'd be like a 4-year max deal with Miami. So we're going to give him a 4-year contract, maximum years, and that would be the contract kind of sign and trade. And the Miami Heat get aggressive this offseason. They trade Tyler Herro, and they get Bradley Beal. And then we kept Max Strus, and also, of course, we kept Jimmy Butler and Bradley Beal here as well, and Kyle Lowry. So you kind of have a veteran roster, but we are, looking to make things happen. Again, Mitchell would have been my preferred guy for sure because he would like fit Bam Adebayo's timeline a little bit more, but Beal's not a bad option either. I'll take it. So that is our big trade this offseason. Now with PJ Tucker gone, we kind of fill out the roster a little bit, obviously. So we have Gabe Vincent, Kyle Lowry, like that, Bradley Beal, Jimmy, Max Strus, and then Omer might have to step up and be a really nice backup center for us. So we need wings very badly. So backup wing players, you have James Ennis, you have like Nick Batum, you have Al Horford, who obviously just played for the Celtics, but I like Otto Porter a lot in this scenario for Miami. So yeah, I am going to go ahead and offer Otto Porter a 3-year deal. Hopefully you're able to get him. And then do we have bird rights on like Cody Martin? Because yeah, I would love Cody Martin back here in Miami for sure. So let's see if I'm able to get him back. And I don't know which one played for Miami. I get them confused. Was it Caleb Martin that was playing for Miami? I guess it was Caleb Martin. Okay. Can I get them back? I don't think I'm going to get him back. And no. Okay. That's unfortunate. I do like Otto Porter a lot, though, coming to Miami. So Otto Porter is going to be a big addition. Oladipo, I guess if he was coming back on a minimum contract, sure. So we'll sign Oladipo back. And then, wow, our bench is not going to be very good, but we'll have to make the most of it. Taurean Prince, still pretty solid as well. I guess I'll sign him. And then our bench is going to suck so badly. Holy crap. Juan Toscano. If we take a look at it now, so backup shooting guard is either going to have to be like Oladipo, probably, obviously. And then Otto Porter be the backup 4. And then Omer be the backup center. Oladipo will play some backup shooting guard. He goes down to a 73 at shooting guard, which makes no sense to me at all. But regardless, this is going to be the bench. It's not going to be great, but our starting 5 hopefully is going to outweigh our bench. So that was the big move for us. Bradley Beal was the big move. Dwayne Dedmon, I guess I'll re-sign as well back in Miami. Do we have bird rights? Again, man, I really wish we had... Oh, then Udonis Haslem. I almost forgot about Udonis Haslem. I wish we had bird rights on Cody or Caleb Martin so badly. He would be really nice to have, but we don't, unfortunately. So I feel like player progression here is about to be absolutely brutal. So would not be surprised at all if 2K put us in like the play-in tournament this next year. So Bam Adebayo goes down, Bradley Beal goes down, Kyle Lowry goes down 79, Otto Porter, Dedmon goes down, Gabe Vincent goes down. Literally the whole roster went down overall. Holy crap. Pretty much everyone. Not a single player going up. Wow. Okay. Not good. 2K hates old rosters, so not sure how this is really going to go, boys. I would not be surprised at all if we didn't even make the playoffs. We weren't even in the play-in conversation in 2K at least. But in real life, with Bradley Beal coming over, this roster would be good, obviously. But power ranking lands number 6, so I guess they're somewhat high on us. 9-man rotation, it would be Kyle Lowry, Bradley Beal, Jimmy Butler. I guess, yeah, with PJ Tucker gone, Otto Porter would have to be the starting power forward, which is not a bad thing. I like Otto Porter. So, or you could have Max Strus still starting, obviously. So, either way, it does not matter. I'll probably start Max Strus because he did start for them in the playoffs. So, we'll have that. So, Kyle Lowry, Bradley Beal, Jimmy Butler, Max Strus, Bam Adebayo, Otto Porter, Dwayne Dedmon, Taurean Prince, and Gabe Vincent. And then Wesley Matthews wouldn't be a bad addition. And obviously Oladipo. So, yeah, definitely an interesting roster. But I do like our chances of potentially going back to the playoffs this next season. But I am a little nervous with 2K hating on old rosters. But regardless, shot tendencies. Jimmy Butler needs to be higher. So we're going to put Jimmy Butler at like a 97 just because, I mean, he deserves to take some shots. I feel like Jimmy Butler's shot tendency is always pretty disrespected. Bam Adebayo, same thing. I'm going to put it up to like a 76. Max Strus will go to like a 65. And we'll go 60. And I'll put Kyle Lowry to like a 72. Okay. Think I'm going to leave that all the way it is. So hopefully this year we at least make the postseason. Like I said, I'm a little nervous. 2K is going to hate on this old roster and not even put us in the damn playoffs. But I assume we'll be in the postseason. I mean, we should anyway, but we'll see what happens. So at the end of the season, like usual, as we know, Luka Doncic wins the MVP award. Jabari wins Rookie of the Year on the Thunder. Dinwiddie's your 6th man. Giannis Defensive Player. Malachi Flynn's your Most Improved. And Nick McMillan is your Coach of the Year. Christopher Bell wins Executive. And then here's your NBA first team. So we have, you know, Joel Embiid, Jason Tatum, Giannis, Trae Young, Luka Doncic. All NBA second team, John Morant, LaMelo, LeBron, Durant, Jokic. All NBA third team, Karl Towns, Paul George, Jimmy Butler, Kyrie, Garland. All defense first team. So do we have like Jimmy Butler making it? Yes, we do. So that's nice. And then that's it. But boys, yeah, I had a feeling. We were the 9th seed in the East. So we are in the play-in tournament, which is nice, but obviously Miami is a lot better than that. I did have a feeling 2K was going to disrespect Miami. Like I said, 2K hates old rosters. I mean, for example, the Los Angeles Lakers aren't even in the playoffs, which is just kind of weird. And the Clippers are in the play-in tournament, and the Warriors are in the play-in tournament. So that's just kind of how it is. I mean, 2K hates old rosters, and they're like young. I mean, literally take a look at the Western Conference side of things. Pelicans, young roster. Dallas, younger roster with a young superstar. You got Minnesota, young roster. San Antonio, young roster. Memphis, young roster. Same thing. Boston, somewhat young roster. Brooklyn has Kevin Durant. Cleveland, young roster. Toronto's got some mixed match pieces, you know, and Detroit, young roster. I mean, 2K loves their young rosters and hates their old rosters. So let's look at the player stats and kind of determine what went wrong. So we had 24 from Bradley Beal, only 21 from Jimmy Butler, 14 from Bam Adebayo, 13 from Kyle Lowry, 11 from Otto Porter, 11 from Max Strus, 8 from Taurean Prince, 7 from Dedmon, 5.5 from Gabe Vincent. Now, I know some people would suggest trading Kyle Lowry away, but I mean, I just don't think that's going to happen. I assume Miami, you know, signed him with the intention of him being their point guard long term. I mean, if you did trade him, what are you really going to get for him anyway? The man's literally 36, 37. It's not like he's the greatest point guard in the world. So I don't see Miami trading Kyle Lowry unless if he's eventually on like an expiring contract, maybe. But that's way down the line for me to even think about. So I'm not even going to think about that. But of course, we're hoping to at least get into the playoffs here. So let's see if we can beat the Charlotte Hornets. Although, like I said, Charlotte being a young roster, I don't know, man. I don't like my chances against a young roster when I have an aging roster here. So let's see what happens. And it's a close one. And I think we actually are running away with it. But we have to win another one to get in the playoffs. So 100-129. Bradley Beal drops 38 in that one. And LaMelo Ball drops 33. But we beat them. So nice. Now we get the Indiana Pacers. Another young roster. I'm a little nervous to going about. You know, they got Zach LaVine here as well. Yeah, and they drafted Jaden Ivey. Yeah, we're gonna get bounced here. I guarantee it. But we'll see what happens. Simulate Simcast. We're going to Indiana, and we have to beat Indiana. Like I said, man, the fact that we're even here definitely sucks. We shouldn't be in the play-in tournament, but it is 2K for you, so can't really do anything in that regard. But here we go. It is a close one. I think Indiana's starting to run with... Oh, we took the lead back. It's a back-and-forth game, and I think we are going to get eliminated here in the play-in tournament, 112-123. But again, Miami does not even belong in the play-in tournament conversation. They're definitely a higher seed in the East. So maybe my downfall was trading PJ. Honestly, if I didn't trade PJ Tucker, you're still on the roster, probably would have done even worse. But the boss, not a knock at PJ Tucker in real life, but in 2K, like I said, man, they don't like those old roster. Boston goes on to win it all over the Grizzlies in 5. But we'll run it back one more time and see if I can just make a better bench, and that's going to solve everything. I don't know. Pair of timers. Udonis Haslem retires, and I cannot override it. So Udonis Haslem, thank you for your service, man. I appreciate you. But you are going to retire. Now Horford, Russell Westbrook retires on the Lakers, which is interesting. I don't see that happening. Weston Matthews retires for us. Blazers get Marcus Gasol to retire, and then PJ Tucker retired on the Wizards. He's like, man, I don't want to be in Washington. I'm out. And then okay, let's go to the draft lottery. So we don't even have a pick here, I don't think at all. So unless if there's like a pick swap, and we do have a pick, which would not mind that. And it is no, we do not have a pick. Actually, it goes to we do. We have the 14th overall pick. What am I talking about? So we do have our pick, which is actually really nice. So maybe I'm not supposed to have this pick. I would not be surprised if I'm not supposed to have this, but right now I kind of need it if I'm going to make the playoffs. So I'm just going to keep it. So Bradley Beal, Kyle Lowry, Otto Porter. This is kind of my core. I'm locked into the starting 5 right now. So how am I going to make this team better? Well, I got to start with this 14th overall pick. So hopefully I can get like a good bench player here, and then it looks like we have a couple options. We have Amon Thomas, Cason Wallace. Hopefully 2K rewards me with having some young guys in the roster. So I'm gonna take Thompson here with that pick, and he's gonna be my backup small forward, I believe. Number 14, we got ourselves a 76 overall, so he should be solid. Welcome to Miami. Player options, none, and then qualifying offers, got Omer here. So all right, let's go to free agency. So we need to worry about re-signing. So Max Strus, I think I do want back, and Gabe Vincent I want back. So Max Strus for sure, and then Gabe Vincent, yes, sign me up. So I'll sign both of them back. Okay, what can I sign in free agency? So we got Cody Martin, which I wanted one of them back last year. I think it was Caleb Martin who I wanted back last year, though. You have Kenyon Martin Jr., Jay Crowder, who was on that Miami Heat bubble team. So I kind of like the idea of him back in Miami. Kevin Love, Alperen Sengun. Wow, why is Alperen Sengun even out here? I mean, he got waived, and low-key would not mind him. It would be more youth in the rotation. Welcome to my... Okay, actually, if I'm being... Okay, he went back. He went to the Thunder. I don't know why he's even out here, but let me be realistic in a sense. So I'm going to sign Cody Martin instead. So, no, we don't. Never mind. Okay, well, we still have our mid-level. So we got Osman Burks. You got Jay Crowder, and then Kevin Love's gone. Low-key wouldn't have minded signing Kevin Love. Jay Crowder's going to go down overall, I feel like. Osman, I guess, would be fine. Josh Jackson would be solid enough. Will Barton or KCP or Dylan Weinler. I mean, any of those guys sound fine. I guess I'll sign Osman here to a 2-year deal. He's a 76 overall, kind of my best option. And then that will be kind of the bench edition, I guess. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Okay. I guess we're running it back with a rookie contract. Osman, and then we're just gonna kind of hope we make the playoffs, which I don't expect us to, but man can hope. I'll sign Chris Dunn to a deal as well. Why not? So Chris Dunn, and I think that's gonna be it. I mean, we could still technically make a trade. Let's go to player progression, and let's see. So I feel like this is gonna be even more brutal than last year. We have Kyle Lowry all the way down to a 76. He is on an expiring contract, so low key we could maybe trade him away. Bradley Beal at 85. So I guess if we wanted to try to get better, maybe it is time to trade Kyle Lowry away. He's an expiring contract. I don't even know what on earth I could expect to get in return, and I don't even want to think about a Kyle Lowry trade and what that would look like. But if I want to make the playoffs at least once in this video, I only have one more chance to do so. I mean, 2 first-round picks is not going to help me right now. I'd rather just keep Kyle Lowry. Marcus Smart, you know, that would be interesting, but I just don't see why the Boston Celtics would do that. So maybe we're just stuck with Kyle Lowry, and I'm just going to have to hope it works out. So realistically, I think Kyle Lowry will play out his contract in Miami, and then he'll probably sign like a 1 day to retire with the Toronto Raptors, or he'll go back to Toronto for a year and, you know, play a bench role or maybe reserve role. Who knows? I don't know where Lowry's career will go from here. But regardless, we're power ranking number 9. So 2K is still high on us in the power ranking. So we're just going to have to hope, man, that we can get in the playoffs. We added some youth to the rotation, so hopefully that ends up helping us. But player proficiency-wise, 4-star pace and space. I think I moved the system wrong, but I guess it doesn't matter. It goes up to 4-star balance as well. Shot tennis I'm not worried about. I guess the one thing I did kind of want to check out is if Thompson went up to... no, he does not. So I'll just leave him at small forward. So last year was a disaster. Hopefully this year is much better. I guess at the trade deadline we suck really badly and like we're on the fence of potentially making the playoffs or not, I guess I'll maybe entertain the idea of trading Kyle Lowry. We'll see what happens. Hopefully I don't have to worry about that though. So yeah, right now we are currently the 13th seed in the East, so things are not going well. So I am going to go ahead and try to get desperate here, and I am going to try to trade Kyle Lowry once again. So let's take a look at, you know, who's expiring. We only 4 games under 500, so we got to try to make a move here. And obviously, Donovan Mitchell would be awesome, but I mean, having Donovan Mitchell here now would just be kind of like impossible to get him, I would imagine. The Drew Holiday is available to us, which I guess you could technically do a Drew Holiday for Kyle Lowry swap. I guess that could be interesting. Got Derek White and Marcus Smart popping up. Paul George in a first. Okay, we got some interesting here. Okay. I guess the Clippers would do... No, why would the Clippers do this? Let me just not even try to justify that trade. Monte Morris, Aaron Gordon, Buddy Hield, and then Chris Paul in a first. So, I mean, do we just go for Chris Paul? I mean, what's Chris Paul averaging this year anyway? I mean, he would be a replacement, I guess. He's averaging 9 and 7. He's in better overall. He's way better. He's literally 5 overall better. We trade a first round... I'm desperate to make something happen here. So I guess I'm adding Chris Paul in Miami, and I'm going to hope it works into our favor. I don't know. We'll see. So Chris Paul is a new addition here in Miami next to Bradley Beal and Jimmy Butler. Let's hope that makes something happen. I highly doubt it, but hey, it's worth a shot. Let's see what happens. So that trade actually kind of worked out in our favor. We avoided the play-in tournament. I know you guys can't see it, but we're actually the 5th seed in the East. So I will take that over the alternative of being in the play-in tournament again. So 5th seed in the East going up against Cleveland, though, so we'll kind of see what happens. But taking a look at the player stats and kind of seeing, you know, what happened this year. Jimmy Butler, 23, 21 from Bradley Beal, 17 from Bam Adebayo, and then 11 from Thompson, who got in the rotation. Again, I think adding some youth helped out. Chris Paul with 9 and 7, so obviously not the same Chris Paul he used to be at all. I mean, he's 38 at this point, so I can't, you know, expect prime Chris Paul or anything like that, but hopefully, with him coming over, I mean, it looked like it made a massive difference. He was definitely a way better overall than Kyle Lowry. So we'll see what happens, though. I think later in the week, though, I think I want to do a Donovan Mitchell Miami Heat rebuild if you guys are down to see that for sure, because I really wanted to get Donovan Mitchell today, but I couldn't make it happen. So maybe we actually do like a Donovan Mitchell Heat rebuild and go like 3 or 4 years on that and see what happens. But and then maybe we trade Kyle Lowry, maybe get weird and trade Jimmy Butler in the video if he gets too old. But I don't know. We'll see. I'm just kind of talking out loud right now. Just ignore me. I'm not making any sense. But let's go. Come on. Let's see if we can beat the Cleveland Cavaliers. We have Garland, Okoro, Johnny Davis, Evan Mobley, Jarrett Allen, Fred VanVleet, and Lauri Markkanen. I mean, I'm happy I even got to this point. So game 1, we're up 1-0. 33 from Garland, 27 and 24 from Chris Paul. So W. They even it up though. Okay. Fair enough. We're up 2-1. Okay. We are giving them a fight. I mean, it's not like we have a terrible roster. It's really good. It's just kind of old in 2K. Okay. 40 and 9. Jimmy Butler is doing his thing. And we beat the Cavaliers in 5. Okay. Now we get to play the Detroit Pistons, who have, wow, they have Cade Cunningham, LeBron, Sadiq Bey, Stewart, Washington, and then Washington and Killian Hayes. I assume we're not going to win this series, but we do win game 1. So LeBron drops 34, 35 from Bam. Game 2. We're up 2-0. Okay, 2K, are you high or something? Like, how am I up 2-1? And are we going to blow a 3? No. Okay, we beat them in 6. I don't know how. Usually I lose to Detroit every time, but I will take it. I'm not going to question the algorithm in 2K. It makes no sense, but now we get to play a really good team in Indiana. So we'll see, man. I mean, we get Zach LaVine, Halliburton, Jaden Ivey. I don't know. Game 1, we're up 1-0. Okay, Chris Paul has just come over and had some magical touch for us. I don't know, man. I will take it. 10 and 8 in the playoffs. I mean, Chris Paul just being the facilitator out here. Game 2, saving it up. Fair enough. We're up 2-1. We're up 3-1. And did we beat them in 6? Dude, I don't know how we made it to the finals, but I will take it. Game 1, Rockets win. I don't even know who we're playing. Let me look at Houston's roster. Yeah. Oh, we just looked. So John Wall, Keegan Murray, Jayshawn Tate, Chet Holmgren, Christian Wood. They won game 1. Fair enough. We even it up though. They're up 2-1. It's even series. Can we go up 3-2? Can we beat them at 6? I just won a championship with the Miami Heat, man. I honestly, based off how last season went, I didn't know a Chris Paul trade was going to save us like that. It's not like this roster sucked. Thompson was really good. Chris Paul coming over, it looks like he had a major impact on the series and this run in general. I will take it though. I will take that 9 times out of 10. Actually, 10 times out of 10. But hey, we went on and we upset every team in the Eastern Conference. We were literally the underdog in every series. We won every series. I will take that. 2K never blesses me, so I will take it. I hope you guys enjoyed the video, man. I really do. Chris Paul made a massive difference. That was awesome. But thank you guys for watching. Leave a like if you enjoyed. Again, I think later in the week, I want to do a Donovan Mitchell Miami Heat rebuild. I think that'll be a lot of fun. If you guys want to see it, drop a like. But for now, this is Crushables. I'm saying peace. Thank you guys so much for watching. Make sure you click here to watch another video that I know you'll love.